Welcome back to the channel. So we've spoken about a lot of teams in the recent days, and the one team that haven't really shone the spotlight on is Manchester City. But what a performance. They annihilated Juventus. It wasn't even close. And yes, I know Juventus are a shadow of their former selves. Gone are the days of Allegri getting to Champions League finals. This is a team that doesn't come anywhere close to the Scudetto in Italy. And for good reason, they have dropped off, but City can only beat what's in front of them. And Juventus are a team that deserve to be in the next round, but they're light years away from Man City. And this is a Man City side that is completely reborn, because the vast majority of this side is set up in a completely different way to how they played last season under Pep Guardiola. They've got new players on the pitch, they're playing a different style of football, and it's paying off for them. It looks monstrous. Let's dive into it and let's see why exactly they have changed so much. The first thing to note from that performance last night was the role of the two wide fullbacks. You've got Aït-Nouri on one side and you've got Nunez on the other. Now, Nunez last season for Man City, I felt that he was very, very suspect defensively. Pep Guardiola openly criticised this player, accusing him of lacking the intelligence to play in a central role, hence the fullback position. But he was immense last night. And Aït-Nouri on the other side, quality deliveries, and they allow the team to move a little bit more centrally because they are providing the width. I always feel when I look at the way that City set up that it gives you an insight into their measure of the opposition, and it's clear that City went there for the jugular. They knew that they were superior to Juventus and they went for blood. Aït-Nouri constantly flying down that left-hand side. That through ball into Doku, quality football. Slides him in there. Nunez at the other end providing an assist for Erling Haaland. He couldn't miss. He tried his best to miss, but he couldn't miss that. And it just gives you a bit of an insight into how City are going to play this season. Now, it's not always going to be that straightforward. They are going to have better opposition than Juventus, but it does show a possibility of how City might line up. And it reminded me of what Xabi Alonso was trying to do, trying to move the attackers a little bit more centrally, getting them closer to goal. If you look at the way that Doku set up, for example, Doku is a player that tends to be glued to the touchline. He's very, very wide in the way that he attacks the game, and he's good at it. But yesterday, we saw a player with a willingness to drive inside, and he got his goal, he got his reward, making that run time and time again. He was found and he finished clinically. Aside from that, you've got the likes of Erling Haaland providing another monstrous display. Just imagine you're a defender and you've got that running at you. It's frightening to think about. You had good performances. Rodri got more minutes under his belt. Reinders looks good. Cherki, a little bit of skill here and there. He's obviously got to find himself in this team. And I'm not really sure if he's going to start these games, because when I look at that midfield three, I think Rodri is nailed on in the six. We all know that. If he comes even close to his best, then City have got back their talisman. He is the guy that makes this team tick. Ahead of him, you want that eight. You want someone who can get around the pitch, which is why they've bought Reinders. But who plays the final piece in that midfield three? Is it going to be Cherki? Will he eventually displace Bernardo Silva? I'm not so sure. Bernardo Silva is the captain. He's been there for years. He understands that team inside and out. And yet, Ryan Cherki's got the ability to be the long-term successor. But what do you think, City fans? Do you agree with what I've said? Are you excited about the season ahead? Because personally, from what I've seen, it looks like they are going to be the main challengers to Liverpool domestically, and they are a very credible threat for not just the Club World Cup, but probably the Champions League. I would go as far to say that City are well and truly back, and the rest of Europe should definitely sit up and take note. Let me know your thoughts, and if you did enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Take care.